the House of Sand. Once upon a time, there were two young burgeoning grains of sands, sort of twins, both beautiful and golden and best of friends. Together, they were very happy, living on a lovely sprawling beach with all their family and friends. Even though they were blind and couldn't move without the mutual cooperation of the sea and the wind, they loved the wonderment and spontaneity of their glorious days by just embracing life, just as nature intended. One day, when they were a little bit older, one of the grains of sand was rolling playfully down a steep sand dune when she suddenly came across the great and mighty clam, who captivated her imagination with exciting stories of adventure and romance. This clam had been looking at this grain of sand for a long, long time, filtering her from all of the others, and had a wonderful way of speaking from his beautiful, elegant mouth, always with an enchanting tale to tell. Seizing this opportunity, the cunning clam told the grain of sand about a wonderful treasure, a treasured possession that is inside of everyone. "Come inside and have a look at my hidden treasure," beckoned the clam with its carefully chosen words, leading the grain of sand innocently towards its opening. Ka-chum! The mouth snapped shut, and that was that. Over time, that grain of sand became the most beautiful and precious pearl in the world, adored and admired by the many. What happened to the other grain of sand, you may ask? Well, of course, she was desperately lonely without her best friend, so she went here and there and everywhere, searching with an agonizing ache in her broken heart. Until one day, tired and exhausted, she came across a seemingly wise old grain of sand with a solution to her sorrow.
"How would you like to be safe and strong with all the other grains of sands? To be as one?"
he said discerningly. How compelling this was from this influential old grain of sand. And when she saw the billions of other grains of sand, this convinced her that this must be the right way. And so she did change, as her heart was melted in a puff of smoke. She became as one with her kin and became a part of the most beautiful mirror. Together they were all seeing, powerful, and sometimes a mirror to the soul. And that was that. Over time, that beautiful mirror reflected the most beautiful and beloved of temples, adored and admired by the many. Well, that seems to be the end of the story, a story with two happy endings for both of the grains of sand. But that isn't the end of the story, because by chance, or was it providence, many, many years later, one momentous day, whilst in a safe haven, the beautiful and precious pearl caught her reflection in an exquisite mirror. And as she became mysteriously drawn to her own gaze, a strange, overwhelming feeling of sadness came upon her, releasing a rainbow tear which trickled gently down her face. Curiously, as she moved closer and closer to her reflection, it appeared that the mirror actually seemed to be shedding tears as well. How strange, she thought, a mirror that cries. Inside the beautiful mirror, the grain of sand had herself, for seemingly no reason, become overcome with sadness and had unexpectedly begun to weep. And as those tears streamed down her face, freeing the shroud of smoke from the mirror, she was suddenly able to really see for herself for the first time as the sun's light dawned into her new, big, bright, twinkling eyes. What a beautiful pearl, she thought to herself, as the angels in her heart began to sing an old childhood song. And when the pearl began to sing back in harmony, it was then that she suddenly realized that it was her own reflection, as the mirror and the pearl joyously shattered into billions of dancing grains of sand, dancing in the winds of change, dancing the dream that always is.